Hey, I'm Jason from Simply Swider. If your LG dryer is showing a D90 error code and shutting down mid-cycle, you're in the right place. I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. Good news is that most of these D90 codes are just airflow blockages that you can fix yourself in about 20, 30 minutes, saving you a dollar 150, 300 service call. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. So the biggest culprit, and I'm talking about 60% of all D90 errors I see, is lint and debris buildup in your exhaust system. You'll know this is your problem when the D90 code flashes on the display, the dryer runs for maybe 10 minutes and then shuts off with that annoying beeping sound, and your flow sense indicator is showing 4 bars. Here's what happens. All that lint gets packed into your wall duct or the external vent outside, creating a traffic jam for all that hot, moist air trying to escape. First, let's do this safely. Unplug your dryer from the wall outlet and flip the circuit breaker to the off position. Wait 5 minutes before starting any work to ensure all components have cooled down. You'll need a vacuum with a hose attachment and possibly a vent cleaning kit. Now check that exterior vent. I can't tell you how many times I found bird nests, ice buildup, or just massive lint clogs completely blocking airflow. Use a vacuum or one of those long vent cleaning kits to clear everything out. And here's something most people don't think about. If your duct run is too long or has too many bends, even a clean duct can trigger this code because the airflow just can't push through efficiently. About 25% of D90 errors come down to the lint filter, and it's not always obvious. Sure, you might see a filter packed with lint, but here's the sneaky part. Fabric softener residue creates this invisible film that traps lint and blocks airflow even when the filter looks clean. Here's a simple water test. Remove your lint filter and hold it under warm running water. If water flows freely through the mesh, your filter is good. If water beads up or pools on the surface instead of flowing through, that's fabric softener residue creating an invisible barrier that blocks airflow. I had this customer last month who swore she cleaned her filter after every load, but when we tested it with water, nothing would go through. Sometimes you also got to check the lint screen slot itself. Debris can get caked in there even after you remove the filter. Clean that filter thoroughly, let it dry completely, and make sure it's seated properly when you put it back. This one drives me crazy because it's so preventable. The flexible hose connecting your dryer to the wall duct gets crushed when you push the dryer back too close to the wall. You need at least 6 inches of clearance. Even a small kink can cut airflow by 50% or more. You'll still get the D90 code, but when you check the exterior vent and lint filter, everything looks fine. After unplugging the dryer, carefully pull it out from the wall. You'll need about 6 feet of space to work comfortably. This inspection takes about 5 minutes. Look for obvious kinks, sharp bends, or areas where the hose appears flattened or compressed. And here's a pro tip. If you've got one of those soft foil or plastic hoses, do yourself a favor and replace it with rigid or semi-rigid metal ducting. It's safer, more efficient, and won't collapse on you. Use foil tape to seal the joints, not screws that can catch lint over time. This affects less than 10% of D90 cases, but here's how you'll know. You've cleaned everything, exterior vent, lint filter, and vent hose, but the D90 code keeps coming back within a few loads. What happens is the constant overheating from blockages can eventually damage the thermistor or thermostat. So even after you clear the restriction, the sensor thinks there's still a problem. You'll see persistent D90 or D95 codes, long drying times, poor heating, or the dryer shutting off mid-cycle even though your entire vent system is spotless. This repair requires getting inside the dryer cabinet to test the sensors with a multimeter, and honestly, if you've confirmed everything else is clean and the code won't go away, this might be where you call someone like me. Some folks do tackle the thermistor replacement themselves after trying everything else, but it's definitely more involved than cleaning lint. All right, so here's the deal with the D90 code. Your LG dryer is basically telling you that 90% of its airflow is blocked. The FlowSense system built into these machines is designed to shut everything down when it detects this kind of restriction, and that's actually a good thing because it prevents overheating and fire hazards. I'm going to walk you through the most common causes, starting with the simple stuff that fixes about 85% of these problems. Replacement lint filters typically run about 42 to 77 bucks, depending on your exact model. You can find them at appliance parts stores or online. This is definitely a DIY job. Just slide out the old one and pop in the new one. The key thing is cleaning it properly every single load. Don't just pull off the surface lint. Rinse it under warm water to get rid of that fabric softener film that's invisible but blocks airflow like crazy. For the vent hose connecting your dryer to the wall, you're looking at maybe 10 to 30 bucks for a standard replacement, though I'd spend a little extra for rigid or semi-rigid metal ducting instead of those cheap foil hoses. You can grab these at any hardware store. It's an easy swap, just disconnect the old hose and connect the new one with some foil tape, way safer and more efficient than the flimsy stuff. The Thermistor replacement part runs anywhere from about $18 to $39. This one requires disassembly of the dryer cabinet and some electrical testing to confirm it's actually bad before you replace it. It's definitely more involved than the other fixes, but if you're handy with a multimeter and comfortable working inside appliances, it's doable. Just make sure you've ruled out all the simpler causes before going down this path. Now, you can see right there on your screen the most common LG dryer models that run into these D90 error issues. Take a look. You might even spot your own model number up there. The FlowSense system is pretty standard across modern LG dryers, so if you've got one of these units displayed, this troubleshooting approach is going to work for your machine. That's how you tackle the LG D90 error code. Remember, this code is actually protecting your home from a fire hazard, so don't ignore it or try to bypass it with the bedding cycle. Fix the actual airflow restriction. Here's your step-by-step action plan. First, perform the water test on your lint filter and clean thoroughly if needed. This takes 10 minutes. Second, check your exterior vent for blockages and clear any debris. Budget 15 minutes for this. Third, inspect the vent hose behind your dryer for kinks or damage. Another 5 minutes. Finally, if the D90 code returns after cleaning everything, the thermistor may need replacement. Work through these in order. Most of you will be fixed by step 2. Most of the time, a good cleaning solves it and saves you a couple $100 on a service call. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your LG dryer working again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.